What's up, guys? We are live. Yeah, no, I'm doing all of this stuff live because unfortunately, there are too many guests in my house right now for me to actually be able to record a video the way that I really want to. Until I can get stuff set up in my room, in which I'll probably start recording videos in my room. But for right now, we are going to do this live because I didn't want to miss the hype. I didn't want to miss, um, all the stuff with Dinah Jane and all that. Because obviously her Bottled Up song came out and everybody's going crazy and gaga over it. So, I had to be up on here. Now, okay, you came on here to say Normani, but we're talking about Dinah in this video. What about Normani? Since it's a thing now. We're going to wait a second because I know there's a lot of people who probably want to share their opinion about Bottled Up. I'm drinking, baby, because I'm bottled up. Yeah. I actually kind of like the song. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys haven't seen my hair short. um, Jasmine Lucas. Actually, do I know who you are? I don't even know. When is the album coming? The album is not coming until next year. I'm telling y'all right now. Let me come back after I watch the video. What video? Oh, is the music video out already? I didn't see the music video. I'll probably do my reaction on that as soon as I can get everything together. Because as of right now, I have like no type of equipment anywhere. I'm like walking around the room right now. But I have to kind of set up something else. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What the hell? Oh, I'm like, where's my charger? Because I have my charger. I'm prepared this time because one time. Okay, so which song are we talking? We're talking about Bottled Up, right? I Love You. Or is that the name of the song? Or are you saying that you love me? Because, I mean, either way. Oh, damn. Where's my... You guys are, like, looking... like, you're in my bathroom right now. I just had the cord and the... Oh. Here we go. React to Better by Khalid. I kind of told myself that I wouldn't react to Khalid because people would get their feelings hurt if I reacted to more Khalid. The only reason why I made an exception before was because it was, Normani. But to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of Khalid. Oh, thank you. Um, I'm surprised that I even still have supporters on this channel considering how often I don't upload videos. But just to update you guys on what's been going on, I left my old job and I got a new job. It's not, the best thing ever, but it's still better than what I was doing before. So I'm gonna be making a little bit more money and hopefully, it won't be too much of a drag that it causes me even more pain and suffering. But until I can get into exactly what I want, I have to do something else. And I just got really, really sick of my old job. Would you want Khalid and Normani to collaborate again? Not right now, maybe in the future, but definitely not right now. She needs to like break off and do her own thing, I think, and it's very important, especially as an artist, and I will get into that a little bit later, but first let's talk about Bottled Up. So, Dinah Jane finally released her, debut single for you know, uh, for being a solo artist. And I did take a chance to, I took a couple of minutes to listen to the song a couple of times. It's very simple. And she even said it herself. It's very much like stuff that Fifth Harmony was doing. And I definitely got that from listening to it. It was very much like a work from home situation. And we have work from home and down already. And then now we have, and then the fact that she said work from home part two, and uh I'm like, technically people call down work from home part 2, so this would technically be work from home part 3, but we're not going to go there. All in all, the song was interesting. So if you don't know what song I'm talking about, Bottled Up is collaboration between Dinah Jane from Fifth Harmony, obviously, Ty Dolla Sign, and Mark E. Basie. And they got together, collaborated on the song, and it's a cute song. It's just the only problem that I have is that it is a little bit too generic. I feel like you get the same thing listening to like Carly, what's her name, Charlie XCX, and I feel like it's one of those types of songs, or Cher Lloyd or something. Um, it didn't really do that much. And the thing is, Dinah is my one of my favorite members of the, like, I'm a Dinah guy. Like, I love Dinah, and I've been waiting for her stuff to come out. And this is the first single, fine. Um, I guess I was expecting a little bit more because she's such an R&B person, and this is just so mainstream. This is so mainstream. To me, it just doesn't really do a lot for her. Um, and the vocals, yeah, there were vocals. The vocals were okay. Um, the song, it did what it had to do. It's just that I was expecting more. She's doing urban, yeah, it's urban pop, and I guess what they call it, right? To me, I call it generic because so many people do it, and it's just like, at this point, it's just like, damn, like, but it's kind of what you would expect. Dinah is the type of person that is like, um she fits into this kind of like this kind of style. She does, but then she's also very versatile in that she can fit into almost any other style too. So I just, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if I were to give it a rating out of 10, I'm gonna give it like a 7. It's fair. um is it a little bit biased? Maybe. I don't care, it's my opinion. Dinah's music taste is the definition of 5H's Reflection album. True, because it's very like out, like it's very like nonsensical in a way. Like, it's not just R&B. It's not just like hip hop. It's not just like, you know like EDM-ish. It's not just like what is it, tropic house. It's not just like those. It's everything all together. And that's one thing that a lot of people, and the thing is, like me, I also have the same interests. Like, I can bob to Bottled Up. It's just not something that I can find myself listening to all the time. It's like I could only listen to it like twice before I was just like, ugh. What's Dinah's nationality? Dinah is well, her origins are in the South Pacific, Polynesian, most people say, but she's actually Tongan. Like, the language that they speak is Tongan. Um, I think that's how you pronounce it. I just hope so. But yeah, no, Dinah is Polynesian. Is she black? She's not black. As much as people would like to think that she is, she's not. Um, she might have some type of African roots in her, but we don't know. But either way, she doesn't identify as black. And it's kind of funny because she does tend to be a bit problematic. uh, and a lot of people have like called her out on certain things because she does perpetuate a lot of like some black stereotypes, and some people get upset at that, and she's like liked posts and reposted things that have been problematic, and I even said, like, oh, here comes my problematic fave. Like, I don't hide the fact that she can be problematic. Yes, okay, to say goodbye to the era. She said the next is R&B and urban mixed with the island sound. It's not for an album, fans were asking for it. Yeah, no, it's true. Um, the thing, yeah, no, so yes, I did watch that interview. She had a couple of interviews lined up. I was like, okay, promotion. Even before the song came out, like, she was on KTU. She was on like the biggest stations, like in New York, KTU, Z100, Um, so she's been doing her thing. It's just I don't know. I was expecting something else, but there were snippets released of the song. I hate when there are snippets released because then it becomes really like irritating, and when you've heard half of the song already by the time the song comes out. That's the reason why I didn't really bother with an actual review, because I listened to one of the snippets and I was just like, oh, okay, so this is what it is, and so I wasn't really all that surprised, and I was just like, there's no point in me doing a reaction to this song, when I already know how it goes, and there's not really much to the song, to be honest. To be honest, Ty Dolla $ign didn't really need to be on it. He didn't really add anything to it, in my opinion. He really didn't add anything to it, but it was cool collaboration. Obviously, like Ty has worked with, like she's worked with Ty before, and it was just kind of like a way for them to get back together or whatever. I'm sure Lauren didn't mind. Let me stop. But let me see. She has that Cardi B ambiguous thing going on. Yes. Dinah is somebody who, because when I first saw Dinah, I thought that she was maybe like Latina. I knew that she had to be from some kind of island. Like you don't get those features on anybody, like on just anyone. Dinah has a very unique beauty. Like she's like a unique beauty. She has unique features to her. Um, Not everybody looks like that. Although now she's looking a little bit more generic lately, and I think it's because she got like her teeth are more aligned. Like before, she had like little spaces in her teeth or whatever. And now like when she smiles, like her teeth are all like aligned and together and stuff. And I don't know. I mean, whatever you have to do, whatever you want to do, it's your body. But I don't know. I like the way Dinah looked before. It was fine for me. Um, and so it's for some reason I don't know if this is gonna be like a new concept. Um, I don't know if it's gonna be like a new concept, but it'd be nice if she like got rid of the blonde hair, because the blonde hair became like a thing when she was in Fifth Harmony, and she's continued to sport the blonde hair outside of Fifth Harmony. I don't know. I feel like because there's already enough Beyonce comparisons because of the blonde hair, and like especially when they were doing like when 727 came out and she was sporting blonde hair, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she's like spitting image of Beyonce," and all this stuff they were trying to say. I was just like, "All right." Um Let me see. So, let me look at these comments. Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, Love Lies did hit number 1. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. Well, I am a little surprised because you don't get that every day. Not with R&B and not with black artists, and definitely not with dark skinned black artists. Like it doesn't really happen that much in 2018. Like it just doesn't. So I am very, very proud of both of them. Steady Climb is the way to go. Like that, it's just it's amazing. It's amazing. I like Dinah with short hair though. Getting on that. Now, I'm waiting for that hot, nasty R&B song she was talking about. What do you think about her saying she had to baby up her voice to be on songs in Fifth Harmony? Who are we talking about? Trissa, who are we talking about? I'm here for both of them though. There's like some people who like to compare them a lot. Oh, Dinah. The thing is, I heard that a lot because when you hear Dinah, sometimes she sounds like really mature, and then other times she sounds like kind of babyish too. So I can see how that could be, especially in songs like Make You Mad. Like when she has her lower parts, like there's just this really sexy vibe to it, and the way her voice sounds is just so mature, and you just kind of get captured in it. And so I can see that definitely, because her verse in Make You Mad, it's in the night, how you call in the midnight hour, when she go midnight hour, I said, and and she's like, turn off the lights, and you gonna feel my power. I said, okay, all right. But I don't know. Normani to me is going to be more R&B. Now here's the thing. Um, do both of them are gonna be, I think they're the two that are going to be compared the most because the two of them are probably going to touch. They're gonna cross paths a lot with their music because the two of them have very similar music tastes. So I feel like Normani and Dinah will be the ones who are gonna clash the most. Not like clash like they're gonna be fighting. No, like I mean their musicality is going to clash, and it's gonna be like one against the other, and more so than Camila versus the others. I feel like with this first song that Dinah released, it's probably going to be compared more to Camila's stuff. But if Dinah goes forward with like other things, like with more R&B and I feel like it's going to clash a little bit more with Normani. But Normani said that she's going to, like her album, she's taking more of an origin stance because of where she comes from, and it's going to definitely be like a lot of mixture going on with different styles from Black culture, jazz and R&B, especially 90s R&B. And um I'm hoping that we get that because it's going to be very authentic in that. Normani has said if she will thrive. Normani has more audience now since Love Lies. True. But let's not forget that Dinah is set up with now, even though we don't like LA Reid, he does have a lot of really good connections, and he can like I mean, she's already had so much press, Dinah, more than Normani, really, honestly. Like Normani, she comes in, she comes out, but Dinah has been like on a and her song hadn't even come out yet, and she had been on like multiple radio stations, been interviewed by a bunch of different bloggers and stuff, and social media is the way to go, and she's been on like platforms that have heavy social media presences. Now, Normani at Coachella, um, when next year? Because Coachella already happened, right? I don't want Normani to be in box with just R&B. It won't work. I want her to give me Big Frida, indie R&B. I think that would work with her. But see, the thing is, there's not a lot of people, and this is another thing. I'd spoken about this on one of my videos actually, um, that I'm hoping that the image for, and I think I wasn't even talking about Fifth Harmony. I was talking about Tiffany from Girls' Generation, and how like the image that Girls' Generation actually put forward may have tarnished any chances of them being able to present a more mature look for themselves. And this is the same thing with Fifth Harmony. They only really started to do like more mature looks and stuff end of 727 and into the self-titled era. But even then, people still kind of looked at them as, oh, girl group, oh, girl power, and all this stuff. Like they looked at Fifth Harmony like they were like the Cheetah Girls or something, and that's just not how they. That's just not what it was. But if we're going into Normani and some of the comments that I've seen, a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's trying to pull off edgy. Like she can't pull off edgy, and it's just not working for me." And then they tell her, and then they say that she's like a copy paste artist, which you guys know I talk about copy paste artists. And here's the thing about that. When you are a brand new artist, and this is the thing, like Normani may have been around for a while, we may know who she is, but she's now going into being a solo artist, and she's still playing around with all of the different ideas and the different things that she wants to do until she can find her niche. Now, the thing with that is there's probably going to be some good and some bad. Um, there's probably going to be some overlay. There's probably going to be some bad moves made, whatever. But we can't count her out just yet because she does have the talent and she does have the drive, the work ethic. And once she does find what makes her Normani, we're gonna be in for it. It's gonna be good. It's just that we have to kind of be patient with it. And there's gonna be a whole bunch of people out here saying that she just doesn't have it, she doesn't have it, all the stuff they want to say. Um, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet because we still really are still learning who she is. You know, Fifth Harmony was mostly about Camila, let's be completely honest. We didn't really get to learn too much about the other girls like that until they started to do their solo projects. You know, we're learning more about Lauren, we're learning a lot more about Allie. Um, and definitely Normani, we've learned a lot about her just over the last couple of years. But honestly, we don't know. We know enough. We know a lot about Dinah, but we don't know everything. Well, you know, because Dinah, and even she said she kind of was a lot more quiet in Fifth Harmony when it came to like them doing interviews and stuff, and that's something that you kind of notice. Like she would only really be engaging if she was asked a question or if it was something that she was really excited about. But we don't really know exactly what makes Dinah tick, and her being a solo artist and her getting into her own music, we're gonna get to learn a little bit more. But it's just the beginning, so let me see. Let me see. Hold on. What are you guys saying? If Dinah spills tea, she might get more publicity. I also want a long interview with Dinah at the Zach Sang show. Zach Sang actually be doing some he be doing it. He be doing it. Um, you know, I didn't know that. Like, I had no idea that he would actually have Tiffany on there. Like, Tiffany was on Zach Sang, and I'm like, really? Okay. I was like, okay, Tiffany. But then I think he brought what Normani up there, and he's also had Camila, I think too. I'm not sure. But he be doing his thing. Now, there's a lot of people doing bounce music. Bounce music is in and will work well with Missy Elliott and Cardi B features. Then she hit us with Kaylani and SZA vibes. Her album would be fire. That's probably why she spilled here hoping Normani with her album. So she will be good. Hopefully it shows Cardi B and LMA. Mila came out with this live Havana when Dinah. Okay, so it's funny how Camila came out with this live Havana when Dinah songs came. Listen, I don't care about Camila. I hope you guys already know this. Like, I don't care about what she's doing. I'm worried about what's going on over here. Okay. And what's going on over here is Normani and Dinah. I mean, Lauren and Allie, you know, you guys know how I feel. Like, I'm more of a Dinah and Normani person, regardless. You know, I'm still gonna take a look at at the other two. I'm still gonna look at their stuff, but I'm not gonna be fully invested like I am. Like, I'm probably not going to buy Lauren and Allie's albums. I'm probably not gonna find that. Like, I'll find a couple of songs that I vibe to, and I'll buy those songs. But I'm probably not gonna buy their full albums. I will most definitely be buying Normani's album, and I will most definitely be buying Dinah's album. I don't care what anybody says. But anyway, um, Normani and SZA. That would be an interesting collaboration. I'm not sure how I feel about SZA lately. Right after she like said that she's gonna release another album and then retire, I was just like, what's the point of me investing my time and energy into you if you're just going to like leave the industry? Like, I don't even know. Like, is that still a thing? I don't even know. But with like people like that, I'm just like, okay, well then give me your spot. Give me your spot because I want it. Like, I want to, like, I'm not gonna sit up here and quit. Like, I get the struggles of the industry. I get it, but at the same time, there's like millions of people who want your position right now, and the fact that you're just gonna throw it away, it rubbed me the wrong way, and I just kind of just didn't really care to even listen to SZA that much anymore. Yes, Kiana Day, she can sing her ass off, and I really liked that video. Those of you who haven't seen my reaction to her video, go and check that out. But honestly, oh, excuse me, that's weird. I didn't want to be on here that long. What time? Okay, because I have to start doing the carpets. um, yeah, no, I do. I do really like Kiana. It'd be interesting for her to collaborate with Normani. But before all of that even happens, I don't know. I just feel like we need to be very, very like we need to be very like sure of ourselves here, and everybody wants these all these collaborations, and I'm just like, not for nothing. I want most of the album to be Normani and Jenny. I feel like too many collaborations, and you fade to the background of your own album. You know. Yes, we talked about this last week about Dancing with the Stars and how uh, my favorite flop artist is going to be on there. Let me stop. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey Darian. You're finally catching one of my lives. Yeah, because I actually like decided to come on a Friday afternoon when I knew like a lot of people would be off of work. So yeah. Um so we are talking about, well, first of all, Normani and female rap artist is all the collab I want. Well, okay, we already know that she's gonna be working with Missy. I don't know if she's actually dropping a verse or if she's just gonna produce a song. She might hop on there too. But like, I don't like songs that have too many artists on it, because then it's like the main artist who's supposed to be on there fades to the background. And like, how are you fading to the background of your own song? Like, I don't understand it. Like, that's the reason why I didn't care too much for um the song with the Despacito remix. I didn't care about Boom Boom because there was too many artists on there, and artists that I really didn't care about that much. Like, you know, why do we have Dinah, Daddy Yankee, and French Montana, who, and the song was produced by Red One? Like, why are we having all these people? It wasn't necessary. Like, I get it with like Boom Boom with the second 5 second verse. Yeah, no, Dinah was on there for like 5 seconds. I don't like stuff like that, because it's just like, I get it. You guys want to draw in like a whole bunch of different people from like different fandoms, and to really make the song big, but like, I listen to the song for more than just the song itself. Like, I listen to it for the artist featured on the song. And if it's more than like two artists, then it better be good. It better be a good collaboration. Like, I still listen to one of my favorite um like collaborations that has more than like more than like two people, is, y'all remember, I don't know like if you guys are too young, um is Mark E. Basie well known to us? Not me. And it's funny how like they asked Dinah a question, oh, who's the most famous person that you have in your phone? And she said, oh, Ty Dolla $ign, Mark E. Basie. I said, Mark E. Basie. I said, I didn't even know who he was until you mentioned collaborating with him. So I'm just like, yeah. The job with balancing collaboration with job. Yeah. Yes, but I don't know how many of you are like old enough to remember the collaboration between Whitney Houston, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price on Heartbreak Hotel. That was probably one of my favorite collaborations, just because like it was good and it was even, and each of them like showcased their vocals in a unique, like in a really good way. Like they stuck with the theme of the song, obviously, but each of them kind of brought their own to the table. And that's what I talked about on my Body Count remix video. How each, you know, Normani, Kaylani, and Jesse, like, you know, each of them brought their own style to the table. And I was just like, you know, I actually, let me see. Wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually mention Heartbreak Hotel a lot on on this channel. If you listen carefully, like sometimes I'll quote it, or sometimes I'll like, you said you'd be here by 9. Instead, you took your time. I always like do the first verse. Like, I just don't know. I love that song a lot. Um, let me see. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. That's it's an iconic song. It's an iconic song. Um, Although that live performance that they did, I don't know what was going on with Faith. They did a live performance. I don't know if it was on Rosie. I don't know if it was on Rosie O'Donnell or if it was on Monique or Oprah. It's one of those shows that they were on, and Faith Evans was so flat. I was just like, "What's going on?" I just- but let me see. Lady Marmalade was a good one. I just didn't. I like with when it came to Lady Marmalade though. Just Christina was so extra. Just like we get it. Like you're the one who kind of put it together, but I'm just like, all right. My favorite part of it was Maya. I liked Maya and I liked Missy just being the MC in the background, and Lil Kim's verse was cute too. But I wasn't really here for all of the. I was just like, all right. Dinah and Normani doing a remake of The Boy Is Mine. No, leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I do not want to see Halsey on a track with Normani. I'm sorry. The beat, the beat's gonna be sick because Halsey has some good music. Like she has some good ass music, but I'm just not here for it. No, I don't know if I want to do that. And I definitely don't touch The Boy Is Mine. They tried to do it before, and they talk about some Jessie J and Ariana Grande. We're not about to whitewash The Boy Is Mine. It's iconic, it's legendary. Okay, it's one of the best collaborations in history, and we're gonna leave it where it is right now in 1998. Was it 98 or 99? That's a damn shame. But I'm just saying, like, just no. Um, Yes, Khalid is actually writing, I think, a song for Normani's album, or they're like collaborating on a song for Normani's album, but he's not gonna actually be on it, I don't think. Um, yes, I saw Ella May her post about her album releasing her debut album. It's self-titled and it's coming out October 12th. It's wonderful. I've been waiting because I need to do another album review. Um, Janet is planning on doing an album or an EP next month, right? Is it gonna be like people keep on going in on her ASMR thing because it was like her speaking in her natural voice. Um, you know, and we're gonna do this, and okay, I'm gonna open up this bag of chips now. Oh, okay, okay. Dilemma is actually another really like one of the most iconic, and it's funny because both Dilemma and The Boy Is Mine were really good collaborations that also happened to have gotten Grammys. Dilemma got a Grammy. The Boy Is Mine is the only Grammy that Brandy and Monica have. Which is the reason why I don't understand why Brandy is always so problematic. It's difficult having a fave who's so problematic, but you know what? I call her out at every single turn. Um, Star is coming back. I don't know who's watching, but Star and Empire are coming back. All the shows are coming back this week, just so you know, like most of the shows. And of course, one of the ones that I review is coming back. The Gifted is coming back on Tuesday. So we're gonna get back into the Gifted. We're gonna get back into our TV reviews. I don't know. Nobody really watches my TV reviews like that. A couple people, and then a couple people did say that they started watching the shows because I was reviewing them. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Thank you. But yeah, no, we're gonna get into some TV reviews going forward. Hopefully my schedule will not conflict. Um, I missed one episode of Empire and stopped watching from there. I caught up with it, but I'm just not really. I just don't know. Like, the story is just not compelling anymore, and we're just kind of getting into like recycling territory. Like they're recycling certain storylines, and they're like not really like it's just too much, and I don't know. Um, Jasmine keeps on asking who will be the biggest in 5H. I don't know. I really don't know. Normani does seem to be like the favorite because a lot of people are like really just rooting for her because she's shown how well she can like literally dominate a stage, and she's shown that. The others, yeah, but not so much. Allie has done pretty well. I was actually really like pleased with Allie's performances that she did. And also Lauren has definitely broken out of a shell. I feel like Fifth Harmony kept her in. She's doing a lot more on stage now. Before, a lot of people would kind of call her like wooden because she wouldn't do so much, or she would be, like show like she would have the least amount of energy on stage. But she's definitely showing a lot more out now. I think it's just because she's just in her own element, and she's that's kind of the person that she is, and she wants to be whatever. But I feel like she's a lot better on her own than she is with the rest, which is completely fine. Um, Daniel Caesar or Khalid. Well, considering I've never really listened to much of Daniel Caesar, I'm not sure. Um, are we surprised by the success of Love Lies? I was pleasantly surprised, mostly because it, like I said before, and you weren't here for this, Darian, but I like, you didn't expect it because it's R&B. It's by two black artists, two dark skinned black artists. Like, you just don't expect it. You don't ever really expect it. And I hate to do the race card thing, but I mean, and I hate it when people say, "Oh, you're playing the race card again." We wouldn't have to play the race card if there were no, like, if it wasn't actually a thing. Like, there is a card to play, and that's the reason why it's played. Like, if we wouldn't do it if there were no cards to play, but it's all right there out in front of you. And it's funny, I was just watching like a couple of things. I don't know why I just got wrapped up in like America's Next Top Model, and I was going through a couple of the, like, the worst moments, most outrageous moments, and I was very well, not shocked. I wasn't shocked at all, because Tyra just seems like the type of person that's just kind of, she kind of has this coonish mentality about her. And when, remember, I don't know if y'all remember Cycle, what, 6, I think, with Yaya DaCosta, and they really had a lot of like anti-black stuff going on. Like they were very, very insensitive and almost racist, honestly, towards her. Being African, being of African descent, being from Africa, they had like issues with that sometimes. And then, like, oh, sometimes your Africanness is too much. I'm like, Africanness, first of all, is not a fucking word. So I need you guys to get your vocabulary up. Um, Making up crap. And then when she would like wear her hair natural, when they would do this and that, when she would wear like her garbs and stuff, and be very natural, they would just kind of tear her down. But and it's so ironic. And like the one scene where like they expected her to wear like the stupid kente hat, and she's like, no, because that would first of all have been cliche, since I am from Africa. And I feel like they put that there on purpose. Not only that, but she said that the cloth, the fabric that it's made from, is not real kente. So how do you expect me to wear that when it's not even real? Like, that would be very disrespectful, disservice to my own culture, and I'm just not going to do that. And they took that as her being defensive, and it just like, it's very defensive, and when you're defensive like that, it's just, it doesn't become you. It's very unattractive. And I'm like, she's educating you guys on the fact that the down, like, that it looks ugly, and it's not an actual real cloth. You know, oh, just like, people are very sensitive. It's just like, well, you should be a lot more sensitive to people's cultures when you sit there and appropriate it. How about that? How about you don't recreate kente out of fake kente cloth? How about that? How about you use the real, how about you go over there, learn about the culture, learn about what it is that you're doing, instead of just slapping some fabric together, calling it kente cloth, and trying to sell it for a penny. Anyway, I'm sorry. She was, and I'm glad that she actually, made a name for herself outside of ANTM, because she, honestly, she deserved more. I'm sorry, I went off on a complete tangent because my blackness came out, and I had to just mention that. Um, Though it's funny because I'm like currently seeing someone who can be a little bit problematic, and I and gets mad at me when I try to correct him, and it's like, I have to be very, very clear about my stance. And one thing that he says that I don't like is, oh, um I'm not attracted to black guy, like, I'm not attracted to black guys. And I'm just like, but I'm black and you're seeing me and you're dating. Like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, oh no, I don't mean you're like light skin. I'm like, nah, like, you can't do that, because I'm just like, I am black. Like, all, like, half of my family looks darker than me. Like, I'm probably one of the lightest people on this side of the family. Everybody else is darker. Like, you can't say stuff like that is problematic, and I'm not going to go into it. You guys are not going to catch me out there. We're not going into that. No, I'm not. We're not gonna do that. Maybe in the future, but not right now. But Yeah, but like it's Latino, so like it's another thing it's in every culture. It's not just in Black culture. It's every culture that has this kind of European beauty standard. And I was like, well, do you like white guys? Like, yeah. I'm like, see, that's the problem already. Like, and then I try to educate, and then people get upset, and they think that I'm like being preachy or that I'm being this and that. I'm just like, I know, I am letting you know how that looks. What? I want Khalid and Normani to date. I don't. Why? See, this is the thing that I don't get. Why can't a man and a woman be like best friends and have nothing like sexual or romantic going on? We're not about to ask about we're not about to ask about that. We're not about to ask about that. That is my business. But anyway, um anyway, I don't know why like there can't be like a best friend situation when it comes to um when it comes to like two people, whether it be a guy guy, girl girl, it doesn't matter. Why is it that it's always a problem, and like people want to pair them off all the time? Like a man and a woman can't be like best friends without any benefits. Like what? Like they don't have to be like sexually involved or romantically involved. It just doesn't have to be like that. I feel like it's so cliche, it's so overdone, it's just ridiculous. Like everybody ships everybody with everybody. It's just like, no, stop. It gets to be annoying after a while and very juvenile. It's very juvenile because that's something that like a lot of like young teenager. Well, you know what? That's what we're dealing with, isn't it? I have to remember that like a lot of the people that follow me are much younger than I am. That's something that I do have to remember. But I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Like I don't, and I'm not like pushing it. Like if you want them to date, then fine. But I just don't like the idea of it. I don't like the idea of like even thinking about the two of them. It's I mean, it is what it is. You're going to wonder because you are a person who is like you're just a person that has like thoughts like that, like romantic thoughts. And it's like they think a man and a woman can't be best friends unless one of them is gay. It's true. That is very true, and it's actually very very true. And it's funny because a lot of people always think that I'm like full on gay, and I'm like, no. One of my coworkers, like we're best friends now, but I told her I was like, I was trying to get at you at one point. Like don't think that. uh, but like I mean, it is what it is. At the same time, it's like people don't expect it. Um, let me see, 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 let me see. See, if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you get a peek into my personal life, and that's the reason why I don't really like display my. I mean, I don't really care if anybody follows me on Snapchat. My name on Snapchat is Mid Forest, but it doesn't really matter who follows me, to be honest. But if you do follow me on Snapchat, then you would see you would see who it is that I'm currently seeing. But we're not really gonna go into it like that. You're 13. Oh my god. I'm 24. For those of you who don't know. Uh, so yeah, I'm like mid 20s already. Oh no, Darian did not waste time. I just got an alert on my phone. Darian just added me on Snapchat. I'm not gonna. I'll add you later. I'm not gonna do it now because it might cut the live. Oh God, I sounded like somebody thought I was Caribbean because sometimes when I say cut, I say caught. I sometimes say Katt. I don't know why. It just happens. Who? Um, who are you talking about? My Snapchat is not that popping though. How do you say Pirates of the Caribbean? Pirates of the Caribbean. uh, okay, mad people just added me on Snapchat. What the hell? So, what do you think about Keenan Lonsdale? Listen, did you see his post on Instagram a couple like a few I don't know if it was a few days ago or if it was like last week or something. And um it was like in the mirror and there was no type of clothing anywhere. There was just literally like a pillow sitting there like in his groin area and I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, Lonsdale's response was video leak. I didn't even know. I didn't even know his video came out. I haven't really been like all that like involved in anybody else's social media. I've just been posting things on mine, but I haven't really been looking too deeply into other people's social media unless they like interest me every single day of the week. And honestly, my interest in Keenan Lonsdale has kind of gone down. I know that doesn't seem possible, but it is. I've moved on. I've moved on to other things. But thoughts on Camila Cabello being friends with Normani? I don't care. Do I think it's real? Not really. I feel like they're cordial, but I don't feel like we're gonna see them like, together like at the fair together or something or at the mall. Like I don't see it happening because it's just the two of them. They're just too different, and in my opinion, I don't really care to see them together. I don't really care. Either way, I mean, if they are, then fine. The post was a response from his videos getting like, what videos? Y'all know that what's his name? He had some very questionable photos and videos leaked. I don't know if y'all watched The Fosters or if you guys have seen to the boys I loved most or to the people I love most, whatever it is on Netflix. What's his name? Noah Centineo. He had some videos that came out, and the dark side of the internet contacted me, and somebody sent me a link. And I'm like, okay, so what is this link? They're like, oh, it's good. I'm like, what do you talk about? It's good. I clicked on a link and it was like a full video of Noah Centineo, or whatever his name is, from the Fosters. He was like jacking off, and I'm like, what is going on here? I was just like, what? I was like, what? I was like, Jesus. I was like, no, this can't be Jesus. uh, oh gosh. Was Normani's performance or Camila performance at the BBMAs? Didn't both of them perform at the BBMAs? Both of them performed at the BBMAs because they were both there, and that's when they both met. What's the link for scientific reasons? Listen, y'all, look, if you want to see it, I think that it redirected me to Tumblr, so I guess it's on Tumblr. So go to Tumblr if you want to go see it. I'm not putting no links nowhere, so don't ask. who what's who who was better? Normani, hands down. Normani did like this is what I explained when I did my was it a BBMA review or when I talked about it. I don't think that I was on live. I mentioned I said Normani did in like a minute and a half what took Camila 5 minutes to do because she had a full set to do like two songs. Normani did half a song and put in more work than Camila did for an entire like 4 to 5 minutes. it didn't take long. And to see, when you have real talent and when you have real stage presence and stuff, it should only take you a few seconds to capture your audience. The minute that Khalid walked off to the side, the way he walked off to the side was always it was funny. The way he walked off to the side, as soon as he walked off to the side and the music changed to doom doom doom, and then I've been so into your mystery, dun, 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 and then she did that. I was like, you lose every like bit of feeling in your body, and that's just the way that you're supposed to feel when you watch a good performance. And it's just, Normani captured the essence of that song, and the theme and the mood that you're supposed to be in. And she was just all around, just not just sexy but classy, everything mixed in one. With Camila, I wasn't really feeling anything that she had to offer. Her performance was long, and that was pretty much it, and there was nothing really like, but her stands, leave it to her stands. Oh, she was amazing, and she did better than Camila. She was she performed for longer, so she had more time to. Yeah, but see, when you're a good performer, all you need is 2 minutes. All you need is 2 minutes. And the thing is, yes, Normani is not just a singer, she's a performer. That's what makes her different. And with Camila, she just has her personality that kind of, that people are drawn to, and a decent voice. Her voice is good, but it's not incredible. Like I'm never really incredibly captivated by her voice. And I'm not saying that as somebody who has an amazing voice myself. Like, my voice, I've made people cry, but I have stories about that. Like, I made somebody cry while singing The Circle of Life. I just like, really? Okay. Like, I actually like made like, they came up to me and there were tears in their eyes, and I'm like, I just sang a song from The Lion King. Okay. I didn't know it was that deep, but okay, Circle of Life. Wait, who said that who said that? Oh no, oh no, you didn't. They said C will be the next Megan Trainor. No, but I see it happening because, like, look at what happened to Megan Trainor. She's a judge on 4, and I don't even know if that show is that show lasting. Did it have good enough ratings to be moved to next season? I don't even know. All I know is that, like, Megan, she had a very quick rise and a very quick descent. Like, everybody was talking about all about that bass. Everybody was talking about your lips are moving. She's so irritating. But like, then after that, and then she got the Grammy over Tori Kelly. Everybody's still mad about that. And then after that, she just had a steady decline until it was nothing. And it was like, oh, okay. And I feel like, yeah, Camila had a very, very quick rise to fame when she went solo. I don't know. I don't know how long that's going to last. And people say the same thing about Cardi B. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it depends. It depends on how well they can continue. Because, you know, the whole, like, your storyline and what you present to your audience can only take you so far. It's the talent that really sustains you. And you can tell because the artists who have actual musical talent have sustained time, have actually been relevant, and have kept their relevance for over a decade. Excuse me, over a decade. And you just can't make that, you can't make that up. If you're not an authentic artist, if you're not being authentic, people will catch on to it eventually, and you'll find yourself not really, doing that much. Darian out here just defending Normani. I should have known. We stop. No. I knew it would be like this though. I see. Oh, you know what? I'm so upset. because Maya released new music, right? And I've seen it on Darian's Instagram story. I just haven't gotten the chance to listen to her new stuff. I really want to listen to it though. True. Tristan makes a good point. After a while, having a lot of people who like you won't matter if your voice is just not there. I don't know how people without talent have been able to sustain such a long career. The Kardashians are the number one culprits of this, and the reason why this whole social media fame thing kind of like got started because they got famous off social media. I can do it too if I just show my ass. Like I'm getting really sick of it, to be honest. I really am, and it's something that a lot of a lot of people really just think that like fame is everything, and it really isn't. There's a lot of things that come with fame, and even some, and that's the reason why a lot of people in the industry choose to be anonymous for the most part. You know, there's a lot of you. Let me tell you something. Just because you have so many whatever followers on social media doesn't mean that you're like, you're famous but you're not rich along with the fame. Like, and also think about the many people that go into like making these albums and stuff for these artists that you follow and all that stuff. Those people are making so much more money than the actual artist is. The artist has to make more money doing the tours and getting like sponsorship deals and stuff, because obviously if they become big with their music, then there are companies who are going to want to use their face with their company, give them loads of money for that, whatever. But they have to get in with sponsorship deals from companies and also from tour sales. And even the tours, all that money still has to be paid out. You know, the money that you make from tour, it has to go to the label, number one, and number two, the management, the tour people, the people who are on the tour, your crew, your staff. I mean, everybody. And then the venues have to get paid. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And so it's just like, having like 21 million followers on Instagram doesn't necessarily mean that you can sustain life for yourself. Not really. I mean, maybe, but not necessarily unless you have other stuff to back it up. And that's why, like me myself, I've been trying to write more. I've been trying to produce more. I've been trying to work my program a lot more. So that way I can not it won't matter if I'm making a whole lot of music for myself and being like, the artist, if I'm also the writer and the producer. If I can be those people too, I'll still make bank. Do you know how much money like a lot of these producers out here make? A lot of these engineers, they make so much money, and they don't even have to step onto a stage ever. None of them ever have to step onto a stage. Actually, I wish some writers and producers never stepped onto a stage because they become DJ Khaled become annoying, and it's irritating. And no, but he's all right. He's all right. He's cool. But at the same time, it's just some people need to stay in the booth. Anyway, her hiding behind her glasses. Wait, what are you saying? Oh, how about you get the fuck out? The first time I heard that song, I was just like, what is going on? Like, why did we need this song? Did we really need this song? How about you get the fuck out? Oh my gosh. I just realized that this was still on. That's weird. Mm. Let me see. Oh, is it? Back. I always say to me, Dinah and Normani's voice was better than Camila, but they were like the least liked by the GP. Yeah, the card appropriation. Oh no, I've never seen that before. That is funny. The card appropriations are gassed up for no reason. Oh, didn't Kim just get like called out by another makeup artist for stealing her ideas and designs and stuff? I mean, how many different times can you be like called out and be sued for before like people just stop caring about you? Like, There is nothing about them is authentic, and I'm mad that there are still people out there who don't see that. They steal everything. They don't have one idea of their own. They don't, and it's really sad. And I did like Lovely T did a video on it, and she did make a really good point about a lot of these people who were surrounding the Kardashians. They, don't ever speak out when it's somebody else, but as soon as it's them, as soon as it affects them, and this happens a lot in politics too, with a lot of these bigots out here, they want to, say, oh, get over it and stuff until it actually happens to them, and then all of a sudden it's boohoo, and we need to take strides to make this a better. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because when all of these other people, all of these smaller designers, all these smaller makeup artists were getting their stuff stolen by the Kardashians, you stood there and said nothing and kikied and stuff with the Kardashians because you know them personally. So like, there's no reason why you couldn't have been like, okay, that was wrong. Okay, you guys really honestly should have, and then offered your voice because you have a bigger platform. Offer your voice to the smaller people, and make sure that it's known and it's heard everywhere. You waited until it was too late, until your own products got snatched from you, and it's just like, nah, come on now, really. I'm taking Jonathan. They remind me of the minstrels. Yes. Okay, Jazz. Yeah. If you know anything about the minstrels, yes, minstrels, they would take from different pieces and put. Yeah. No. I know. I understand what you're saying. I forgot a little bit about like the entire history, but I know what you're hinting at, and you're absolutely right. If they weren't dating famous Black American men, nobody would care. You're keeping them famous. But see that. That's so funny. I miss Darian on these live streams because he keep it. Okay, somebody says. Okay, somebody asked me about Dinah Jane. We talked about the song a little bit already. I just my thing is, it was good. I don't know. It was still a little generic, and I wanted a little bit more. So it is what it is, but I just feel like it could have been so much more. But I get it. She wants to do a farewell. I hate the idea of farewells because they did the same thing with Down. And you can see the same, like, because she's still with Maverick, she's still with Maverick and LA Reid's label over there. He has a new label. So you can see the same like crap that they're putting her through, that they put Fifth Harmony through with the self-titled. And Down was meant to be like a farewell to the 727 era, and then we're gonna get some new stuff. I'm just like, why do we have to say farewell? Just say farewell and just be over with it and change the style. Like, you don't have to make a whole song and waste everybody's time with music that nobody really cares to hear. Like, we really don't care to hear more Fifth Harmony stuff. We want to hear each of you individually. Lauren, Allie, and Normani have done a good job of distancing themselves from that Fifth Harmony sound as much as they possibly can. I don't want to see Dinah fall into the same, like, I'm just not, you know? So I'm just hoping that the next couple of songs are whatever. I hope that they are a lot more captivating. Her farewell should have been when the group went on haze. That right, exactly. Anybody else mad we never got a video for Lonely Night? I'm just saying, like, I really kind of wanted a video for Lonely Night. But then what would they do? Never mind. Even her promo pictures look like it's from a Fifth Harmony era. Oh, stop. It's true, though. It's true. That, like, wet hair look that she has on the cover and then all of her photo, like, yeah. It's like she's trying to sell self-titled part two. And I'm just saying, like, yeah. Normani and Lauren's albums will sound nothing like 5H. And that's what I'm hoping for. It's like, we've got enough of it, but now we have to be very, very careful because now they're on their own. They're not like under the guise of the Fifth Harmony. Like, they're not using that anymore, and people are going to be, well, a lot of people are going to be watching to see what they do as solo artists, and it's very important that you don't like just cling to what you were already doing. You wanna make a good impact, a big impact. Mm. Jasmine keeps on reiterating, Normani will be the best. Normani will be the best. Listen, don't we all want Normani to be the best? But we are going to still, we're still gonna listen and be attentive to the other girls. I told myself too. I said, look, I I'm gonna listen to the albums, but I'm not buying anything unless I like it. But I will be buying Normani's album regardless. Dinah wrote on most of self-titled, so maybe it's her sound. Did she though? Let me stop. Okay, we know the real tea though. They didn't write shit. Let me stop. I'm kidding. No, they did what they had to do. But you notice like their names are like far on the bottom of most of the songs that they did write, and I'm just sitting here like, so what did you guys write? A line? Because they do like, I don't know how they like do it, but it just seemed like, I don't know. You keep on reiterating that you're 13. All right, go do your homework. Have a good. uh, isn't it the weekend though? Do you have school tomorrow? I know it's not because Justin is downstairs playing Kingdom Hearts right now. He couldn't wait. He called me because he has a cell phone now. He called me on the bus on the way to school this morning. He's like, "When I get off from school, can I play Kingdom?" Sorry, guys. Really two songs, a concussion. Just okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've never had a concussion before, but I've heard it's like a mess. Like, Dinah wrote on two. Listen, I don't care who wrote on what. We're moving on to the next era. Anyway, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. We didn't get a chance to talk about Katt Williams and Tiffany Haddish, so I'm just gonna make that the premise for the next part of this video, which hopefully I'll be able to just do it like a little bit later. But I have to do a couple of things around the house right now, so I have to go. But we'll pick it up later, or if anything, we'll pick it up tomorrow or something when I get off of work or whatever. If you guys are around. But anyway, let's continue. Hi, Erica. She told us this. She, what the? She coming in here talking about some hi. We're leaving. Um, wait. She was the last one too. So I'm just like, darn it. I feel bad because she commented on the last. She's like, I missed the last live too. Darn it. Oh, sorry. I was on here for over an hour. You had over an hour to get on here. Damn it. Um, we talked about mad. Well, we talked about the same thing for the last hour, but at the same time, I do want to get into some of the other topics. Because I know people have been talking about them, and I just wanted to get into them a little bit more. We will continue to talk about a little bit more with how we think that things are going to go with it. Yes, we're going to talk about Latoya and Beyonce. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the post that I had on Instagram with a DC reunion. Listen, and there was a picture of Beyonce sitting on like a suitcase. It is said luggage because it had pictures of the reunion with Beyonce and Kelly and Michelle with Latoya, and then recently Latavia was at there, and I was just like, and then okay, but then there was a picture of her sitting on a suitcase on a briefcase, and it's just like luggage. The internet is just a mess. Anyway, let's go. I gotta go. I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.